Hello everyone, you are on the Mobi channel and I am glad to see you on my channel again. Today, a new episode 67 was unexpectedly released, and as I expected, it will consist of two parts, as it once was with episode 57. In this video I will analyze episode 67 and we will discuss topics such as where is the updated Titan TV man, the new Skibidi toilet weapon, the new appearance of a secret agent and the insane return of the legendary Titans. Then at the end of the video I will tell you my theories about the second part of episode 67. The video turned out to be very interesting, so be sure to watch this video to the end, because it turned out to be very interesting, and also put your legendary like. Let's get 10,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Let's get 400,000 subscribers before the beginning of 2024. I hope you're ready, because we're starting. Episode 67 continues in the same location from which the agents of TV Mans from episode 66 teleported an elite squad of agents to the secret location of TV Mans. Many of us expected to see the updated Titan TV man, but if you watched episode 67, part 1, then you know that we didn't see him there. But don't be discouraged, because this is just the first part of several. It may be that the episode will consist of 3 parts. This was already DaFuq in Shorts video. The episode begins with cameraman agents driving a new vehicle. And as we can see from the big agent, he received a small upgrade, because we can see a jetpack on his back. Agents drive along the road and see how many victims happened because of the Skibidi toilets that came here in episode 66. When the agents are driving, you can notice a bright green glow and we all understand that a secret agent has appeared. Next, in this freeze frame, we see a picture that is already familiar to us. There are 3 large toilets here. We remember them from yesterday's leak in the DaFuq clothing store. By the way, if you want to see an overview of some things from the DaFuq store, then write about it in the comments. I will order things and review them on my channel. Then the camera turns and we can see 2 agents running away, and literally a second later the firing of a large cameraman agent begins. The camera turns and we see how ordinary toilets got a good upgrade in the form of machine guns. They were also wearing protective glasses, and this may mean that in the second part of episode 67 we will see agents of TV Mans. At least I think so, and I really hope so. Next, the POV cameraman raises his bazookas, and here we can also notice an interesting detail, because the missile shell looks like it is filled with radioactive, toxic acid. He destroys the toilets and they move on. But also on this frame you can notice something, specifically a cameraman who is pierced by a spear, and as we know, a Skibidi policeman who appeared in episode 65 has this weapon. Then, when they begin to drive up to the protected bunker, the same Skibidi policeman appears. He immediately starts attacking the cameraman with spears and almost instantly destroys the cameraman who was driving the car. Next, the big cameraman agent starts aiming at the Skibidi policeman, but the enemy attacks first and hits the cameraman right in the shoulder with a spear. And by the way, have you noticed or not, but in my opinion this cameraman is a big cameraman scientist, because at the time when the Skibidi policeman started attacking the cameraman's car, you can notice that the cameraman's agent suit is white. In this frame you can also notice it. Next, the wounded cameraman agent shoots at the enemy, but misses. And then the POV agent cameraman raises his bazookas and with a cunning maneuver knocks out the Skibidi of the policeman, and he flies away from his injuries. I think that in the future we will see this character in a more improved form. But this is just my theory, and you can write your own in the comments under this video. Next, the POV cameraman jumps out of the car and a big cameraman agent also flies out after him, and in this frame we can again notice the secret agent. Next, the cameraman's agent fires and the rocket flies very close to the cameraman's POV, and hits the policeman's Skibidi toilet. And to be honest, it is not clear whether it was the same Skibidi policeman who was recently shot, or whether it was a completely different Skibidi policeman. Then the camera turns and we see the legendary cameraman's like. But the victory did not last long, because after a small amount of time, a large radioactive cannon appears from the teleport, which shoots acid. And the acid falls right on the big cameraman agent, and here again our big agent was destroyed by acid, as in episode 55. Next, the POV cameraman shoots a teleporter with a toxic weapon and a new kind of Skibidi toilet appears from it. This is Skibidi Toilet Mafia, which is similar to a character from old episodes of Skibidi Toilet. This opponent has mechanical paws, a circulating saw, a jetpack and a toxic gun with acid. And now the enemy begins to charge his toxic cannon, when suddenly a big toilet flies into the Skibidi Mafia. Next, the operator turns around and we see a large flying toilet attacking the Titan Speakerman. Personally, I was shocked at this moment. Also in this frame we see the car in which the cameraman agents were driving. Then the camera turns a little more and we see our GigaChad Titan cameraman. And to be honest, I was very glad that the Titans were alive, because in episode 66, a fake message apparently came to the cameraman's tablet. Why would a secret agent do that? Did he want to keep the elite squad or save as many agents as possible? Or he wanted the toilets to be able to safely attack the remaining agents, and they were not disturbed by an elite squad of agents. We will return to this topic a little later. In the meantime, we return to the analysis of episode 67. After we saw the live Titan cameraman, a large titanium-sized Skibidi saw teleported out of the portal and began attacking the Titan cameraman. The Titan cameraman was not at a loss. He coolly tore off one of the circulating Skibidi toilet saws, and inserted it into the place of his severed hand. Then he even more coolly began to destroy the large titanium Skibidi toilet. Then the Skibidi Mafia quietly flew to Titan. He doused him with acid and cut off one of his cameras. Titan cameraman, in turn, threw back the Skibidi Mafia and hit him with a powerful slap in the face. Next, the Skibidi Mafia started charging its acid cannon again, but then a laser projectile from the Titan Speakerman cannon flies into it. The projectile flies directly into the acid tank and all the acid is poured out on the enemy. Skibidi Mafia loses his sight and flies at full speed straight to the place where the projectile was flying from, that is, into the Titan Speakerman. But the Titan Speakerman also met him with a powerful slap in the face. From this blow, the enemy lost control and crashed. Next, we see how the Titans got into a very epic pose. Then the camera turns and we see a very large portal. And teleportation takes a very long time. Next, the POV operator moves to a safer zone. And then we see how the scientist Skibidi Titan appears from the portal. He smiles very suspiciously, because perhaps he has come up with a cunning plan again, but we will discuss this a little later. Then the camera turns and we see the Titans. Titan Speakerman charges one remaining cannon. And the Titan cameraman shows the Skibidi scientist that he is finished. I would put it this way. You're definitely finished now. And at this point, the first part of episode 67 ends. Now let's talk to you about what can happen in the second part of episode 67. First, a secret agent. I think he had a definite plan for an elite squad of agents to be moved to a secret place of TV Man agents, so that they would tell what was happening in another part of the universe and for the Titan TV Man to return. Because I assume that the secret agent is on the side of the agents, and not on the side of Skibidi Toilet. After all, he has already helped agents more than once. The next thing I would like to tell you is the return of the updated Titan TV Man. I think that in the second part of episode 67 he will still appear, because the Titans are clearly not in the best shape. Of course they are obsessed with revenge and they have a wild desire to win this battle, but the Titan Skibidi scientist looks like a strong enough opponent who again has a cunning plan. I assume that an improved Titan G toilet will just appear from the bunker, and something tells me that it will be quite large, and it will be equipped with the newest and most effective weapons against agents. I also assume that the three Titans will be able to defeat the upgraded Titan G toilet, but the scientist Skibidi will be forced to teleport. And perhaps he is just teleporting to Astro toilets, because they will be the main enemies of the agents. But these are just my theories, and as it turns out in reality, we will soon find out. I assume that the second part of episode 67 will also be released a week after the release of today's episode. And perhaps a new leak of the second part of episode 67 will also appear in the official clothing store DaFuq. Subscribe to my Discord channel, because there I inform you about new leaks, and also make alerts when new videos are released on the channel.